Happy. Alright, well that is a song that is played before each and every Teaching for Tomorrow lesson. But first, let me give you some background about the organization. Teaching for Tomorrow is a service organization in cooperation with the Hong Kong Society of Protected Children that was founded in 2013 by my sister, Brittany Freed, and her friend, Claire Spackman. This group is working to diminish the wealth gap and educational discrepancy in Hong Kong. They do this by teaching English lessons to those who would not be able to afford the opportunity. They also give confidence-building lessons with an ultimate goal to empower these children to believe that they are able to enhance their own learning. I chose this project not only because I thought it was a great chance to give a boost to a newly made organization with potential to make a change in the currently flawed way of society, but also, as I have grown up and traveled the world, I have been truly bothered by the wealth gap that is separating society, and I believe an effective way to end this situation is to educate those stuck in the so-called rooster coop. Before I started my project, all of the trips to Aho Nursery School were a great success. But for some odd reason, once my project began, 2 lessons were canceled. First, on February 21st because of a scheduling issue, and second on April 11th. I do not mean to say that my project was not a success. In fact, all of the lessons that we taught went incredibly well. The first lesson was on March 28th, and the topic was sports. Both the volunteers and the children had a great time during this lesson. We also had an opportunity to try out an active learning technique. This allowed the children to move around a little and have some more fun. We believe that this was a great idea, and we continued it into our next lesson. This took place on May 23rd, and the topic was animals. This lesson gave me the opportunity to write a lesson plan. Well, actually I had written it for the April 11th class, but since that was canceled because of an outbreak of an infection around the nursery school, I had to wait until this date. This lesson, the topic of this lesson was animals. And even though the children had a decent knowledge of animal names coming into the lesson, their abilities definitely improved by the end. To go along with this, we got feedback from one of the teachers that the children truly enjoyed our lessons and that their English abilities had improved considerably. To go along with the success of the lessons, the 2 bake sales that I ran also went very well. The first one, on March 2nd, raised a whopping 1,147 Hong Kong dollars, and the second got over 700. These funds will go into buying resources for classes and possible school trips. Overall, I think that this organization has a great chance to make a sizable difference in the wealth gap and educational discrepancy in Hong Kong. But currently, the problem is size. We only have a few regular volunteers. It is noticeable that the children have a great time during our lessons, but we need to expand our volunteer base. There have been talks about getting other schools involved with this cause, as well as teaching at other Hong Kong Society of Protected Children in the schools. Also, in the future, we could possibly give lessons to an older group and teach more advanced topics. I believe that this organization has made a difference in the lives of the children at Aho Nursery School, and I'm very excited to see it expand over the next few years. During this project, I learned many techniques of how to run other successful independent projects. First, I am very proud of how I made a plan and for the most part stuck to it. My main goals were to get volunteers, run bake sales, and write a lesson plan. All of these I successfully completed. I did this by making sure that I did not procrastinate, getting everything done on time, and I ended up being very proud of my project. Even though I stuck to my plan, I could have been considerably more organized. For example, when one of the lessons was canceled because of a foot infection passing around the nursery school, it took me a long time to contact all of the volunteers because I could not find their email address. Next time I embark on an assignment such as this, I will make sure to write lists and record everything completed. Also, while teaching, I learned that you cannot be scared or shy. If you do this, your students will think that you are not engaged and will therefore disengage themselves. Also, you really have to take control. It might be nice to allow the children to have a little bit of fun, but you cannot allow them to goof off or play around to effectively get your point across. On terms of the problem that we are trying to overcome, I realized how difficult it is to truly make a change. The wealth gap and educational discrepancy in Hong Kong are massive and they're growing by the second. But there is a way to act against it. It may start out small, but with perseverance, there are times when you look up and you see how large the problem that you're trying to overcome truly is, and with a drive and passion to make a difference, an improvement will be made. This leads me to my final This leads me to my final point. My sister and Claire Spackman are both juniors, and after one more school year, they will be off to the USA for university. Even though they'll still be able to make a contribution, they will not be able to lead the organization like they currently do. This will be my chance to take over. Right now, I'm in a learning phase where I am finding out ways to run a successful organization like Teaching for Tomorrow and becoming more passionate about the problem that is plaguing Hong Kong. This stage will continue for one more year, but in junior year, I plan to take on the responsibility of becoming a leader of this organization and continuing to advance and grow it to make a change in Hong Kong.